Hello everyone, out in the garden. Oh, we are in the middle of the day and it is hot, but I need to harvest, and these are scapes. And these are my hard-necked variety of garlic, and they produce this lovely additional harvest that you get first off of your plants. This would actually turn into if I let it go, turn into a flower, which would produce seeds, which would then, you could actually grow into garlic. But I take a shortcut and I just use cloves of my garlic to plant for the succeeding year. So, and instead of letting these go to flower, which would then take a lot of the energy out of producing a bulb in the ground, I want to cut these off and actually use them as an edible product of this plant. Now these are hard-necked varieties, and they are the only type of garlic that will produce this scape. I have a few soft-necked varieties in here that I decided to try this year. This variety itself, I don't know what it is. I have been planting these for years and years and years, and just use my heads of garlic and break up the individual cloves and plant them in the ground in the fall to produce this crop all the way down here of garlic that I have. I have about 100 cloves of garlic planted in this patch. And the majority are this hard-necked variety. They don't store as well as the soft-necked variety. And with the soft-necked variety, if you like to do the special little braiding and for decorative purposes, the soft-necked variety is what you want. But I like the hard-necked variety. I like the additional harvest you get off of it, and I like the flavor of it. And I am going to take you in after I harvest these, and we are going to make some garlic scape pesto. So let me get to harvesting these scapes. You're just going to want the curlicue part, and some people just pull it right out. I'm afraid it might pull out of the ground. I don't want to really stress the plant by, doing anything like that. But this is the scape, like here. It curls like this, and when it gets closer to when it wants to flower, this will straighten up and go straight up, and the flower head will be right here. It's a gorgeous flower, but then you really wouldn't get a head of garlic out of this plant. So let me get busy with lots of scapes here. Okay, here's my crop. Now I know I've missed a few. Some are just starting to come out. Gotta leave those go for another day or two. Check on all of these every day to see if there's more that I need to harvest. And isn't that cool? So I'm gonna take these into the house and we are going to make some pesto. Here we are, it's been a day, but I have my scapes, and what we're going to make today is a scape, garlic scape pesto. And I have my ingredients laid out. We're going to start out by rough chopping our scapes. Now some people cut this portion, the pre-flower portion, off. I don't. If the tip is yellow or something, I'll cut that off. But other than that, no problem. So I'm going to rough chop up about 4 cups of these scapes. Well, let me point out a few of the ingredients that we will be using here. In in this particular one. Parmesan cheese, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of salt, a fresh lemon, some basil, and instead of pine nuts, I'm going to use some pistachios. These were left over from the holiday season and all shelled and ready to go. So quick chop up. So that's about 4 cups of roughly chopped garlic scapes. And these are going to go into the food processor. All right, just on. And we're going to put in the pistachios at this time also. Now comes about a cup of Parmesan cheese. Okay, so with this food processor on, we're going to drizzle in 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Perfect. Now the original recipe did not call for basil, but I have basil galore in my garden. So I'm just going to, again, rough chop some basil up, and we're going to add it to our mix here. About a cup. Now at this point it's still a little on the pasty side, so I'm going to have to add a little bit of liquid. Oftentimes people say add a little water. Well, I'm not going to add some water. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Pour it through your hand so any seeds land in your hand and not in your pesto. Okay, so let's put this back on. Always needs a little bit of salt, so we're gonna give it about a half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, it seems to be moving through the food processor nice and smoothly now. So, oh, wow. Look at that. Wonderful. taste test. Very good. Very good. I'm going to put some more lemon juice just to cut a little bit of the sharpness. Okay, so that's one thing that we can make with our garlic scapes, and the other ones I mentioned before, sauteing and in salads and just making a paste and even dehydrating that and making it into a powder that you can put in other things, you know, in your cooking throughout the rest of the year. But what I'm going to do with this, it's a huge amount. I'm going to freeze it in ice cube trays and then be able to use it a little bit at a time in different dishes. Somebody did mention to me to put it on grilled cheese sandwiches, so maybe that's what we're going to try for lunch today. So give hard-neck variety garlic a try. So freezing a bunch of this, saving some fresh in the refrigerator to use in the next week or so. It should last in your refrigerator for, oh, I don't know, 2-3 weeks at least, I would think. So give it a try. So next time that we can go digging in the dirt and cooking in the kitchen. Bye.